about people. Is it that the most spoken theme is love? Or is it the most searched one? And can we believe what is within Google? That before was concentrated within Google, operated by windows of fake crystals, of apples bitten. Where is technology taking us, people? And is this technology the remembrance that a world without love is lawless? And how can humanity, the people, be governed without laws? Well, as it is being mentioned to us all, that the people are no longer the people. The people have no longer the power to be the free will sovereign being, because all the windows are broken for they can see onto your data. Or the apple is bitten not by you, but by the one that wants to seek the information that is yours. And it's not just what you type, what you compose, it is what you look at, where you look at, how you think, how you react, even in silence, even in stillness. There is this trail of crumbs that allow us all to see the devaluation of people. And we can look about it by just the way that one interacts with another. Are we free to even speak with our own group, our own friends, our own family, our own community about what is truly within oneself? And if no, that means that it's not yours to be or to begin with. This monument of a body is an expression of sovereignty that has been forgotten. And the unity that brings you into knowing thyself has been hidden, joked about, misinterpreted, distorted, manipulated, controlled to a point where the people have no power. The people have no dignity, no choice. The people have nothing, nothing of its origin, of its purpose. We have to go where one has never been to. We have to go with all the courage within oneself and realize, what is this path that I'm taking? Just because it's available doesn't mean that it's a path to be taken, to be expressed, to be experienced. So the people, which is you and me, are being shackled, for slavery never ended. The killing, the genocide never ended. It's one big experience. And now it's one theme, one race, one color, one purpose to disturb your serenity, your peace, to disturb who oneself is. It's gonna reach a point where we're gonna have to back up and break the shackles. Break this leash that has been put upon humanity like a dog, like an animal. For freedom is to be interpreted by the circle, if you so there, with this leash that is upon you. And that's it. That's the reality. That's your world. That is anything and everything you can do now. Why do we believe such ideologies that I, the one that I am, that is the one that you are, that is us all, the people, is not capable of realizing that we have a leash and we have to fucking break it? This leash upon consciousness, this leash upon desire, love, this leash upon being oneself and knowing oneself. And we just have to realize that when people talk about people, how is the level of consciousness, of humility, compassion, love for the reason why one has allowed thyself to be put on a leash is because it distortedly thought it was a freak. And the corn with the K shows us the power, the excitement of breaking a leash, of realizing that we are the freaks to the unnatural world. And we are the origin to the natural world. Of course, in an artificial environment, the origin feels like a fucking freak. The origin isn't even okay by expressing oneself however it comes. Because we have to see who's talking about people, whether it's you or a collective. People are talking without love. For we have been frozen into not interact, to not discover thyself. And of course, if we're gonna be frozen, which we're not, we have to unlearn this blockage, this shadow that is a frozen consciousness. a frozen perception of what reality is, who you and me are. It's so illegal to talk the truth that it is disguised as freaky, as the conspiracy, which is the breath within us all, interacting with one another, and the one that is us all. There's no middleman for the people. For the people are the man. The people are the human. The people are humanity. The ones who have to lead thyself into being thyself, a sovereign being. But this is unforgivable, to have a reality where you and I can be free throughout consciousness without the worry or fear of the judgment or the inability to achieve in life, to manifest in life, for the blockage within yourself, within your thought, the shadow that casts a frozen consciousness that you cannot see through, is the lack of love. It's the doubt that you have encountered within yourself, upon yourself. People are talking about people, yeah. And is it love what rules this world? We have tried peace and we have tried love. But it's consciousness and love. For within consciousness, you will have the alignment. So this means that whoever is acting without alignment, within control manipulation, isn't consciousness or conscious. No. How can one be consciousness that it isn't love? For you shall ask the leaders, what do they think about their own love? To express, to explain, to show their love, and you shall realize the level of consciousness within the ones that create rules, the ones that create the system that devalues consciousness and its love, the unity within us all. So, people, are you still talking about people? In which manner? To elevate one, to evolve one, to expand one, to love one. Or is it a disguised fear that once you speak about another, you are speaking about yourself without realizing? For you don't have the courage to say unto you the truth, so you have to point it out unto another. And this is what we learn in experience from loving. But what is love? What is self-love? Wow. This is what education must be. The natural essence of one being, of one person. We are not learned. We are not teaching one another what is love. Because love has to be taught within an hierarchy. Oh, sorry, not only love. Anything can only be taught within an hierarchy. And if there isn't a hierarchy, It's not the correct expression of love for the system that the few create. And this is not just Illuminati. This is the beginning of the misalignment of consciousness. For let us not forget that what today is fallen consciousness is a part of you and me. And each and every single one of us has its own consciousness, its own duty to follow the choices that one makes. And these choices, we start to make them as a unity. That's why Elohim is a distortion of Elohai. They just added an M. And then they started to create a metaverse, a metrosonic template in order for you to realize that you have no power within darkness. Of course not. Who the hell wants to have power in darkness if darkness is finite consciousness? If within consciousness there is love and within darkness there is no such thing as the concept of love. People are talking, but it isn't about love or with love. And the freaks who are within love, question within this world, this reality, its own being. And if you really want to know what is love and the absence of a scrutinizing hierarchy created by lawless consciousness, I advise you to do the opposite of these true freaks. And now, with full consciousness, interpret what I'm gonna say. Interact with a baby. In your highest purity. And if you don't know what that is, learn it just by observing what one human is on the first stages of life. Look at a baby and how a baby is, and you shall find the answer of what is true love. And this is not to be misinterpreted by the wicked ones to pick up a baby in any shape or form, to consume a baby, to imply darkness or control or dogma within a baby, or to utilize a baby as a source of energy, of consciousness. Utilize by learning the behavior of a child. And to learn, you have to respect that child as the master that you are, that has been distorted in the masters of the systems that rule us and desecrate children. Whether it is to the death of one or to the death in a living body of us all that are still walking this earth and trying to realize what is love? What is then consciousness with love? People are talking and we laugh. We laugh at those that we judge as freaks. For we have forgotten us all that we are one. And the ones who see the freakiness and are able to be thy own freak within a distorted artificial reality, which is us all who are born in this world to be free and sovereign, are the ones hankering this consciousness, not this consciousness, the full spectrum of consciousness, the unity of consciousness. People are talking bad people. Recognize how you talk with one. Recognize how you talk with thyself. Recognize how you talk with a baby, whether it is a baby plant, a baby animal, or a baby human being. For all its consciousness, and all has the right to live free, sovereign, and full of love from the purity of one being, which is to be discovered and remembered now in us all. Let's talk, people, and let's talk about love and discover what is consciousness with love for all.